Good evening and welcome to Speed Force Racing on a Monday night, Division 3, for our final event around Silverstone. You have the pleasure, should I say, of having myself, SFR Keefs, alongside Hicks, my co-commentator. Good evening, Hicks.
Good evening all, how are we this evening?
All good for a Monday night, and we have some sun. Final race of the season, Halvor winning the league. As of last week, congratulations, Halvor. We
Yep,
have
congrats. We had a
got... Yeah,
nice
sorry,
little
go on.
chat with him. Yeah, we had a nice little chat with him at the end. Nice guy.
Yeah, he was.
Deserved winner.
Gracious in his victory. Got Doran, who is second and has second sewed up. So he has got the silver medal for the league this year. And then we have a race between Mobes and Ronnie. I believe there are 5 points between Mobes and Ronnie in Ronnie's favour. So we'll see how that goes. We have got Readouts, who always seems to come out first. So we'll go on board with Readouts as he goes around the famous track of Silverstone. Do you like this track, Hicks? Is this one of your favourites?
It's not, unfortunately. Being British myself, it should be something that I enjoy a lot. I enjoy watching it, but driving it, yeah, it's a challenge. How about you?
I love Silverstone. I always loved it. I know it like the back of my hand. I think if I close my eyes, I could probably drive around it and get quite far around it. So yeah, well, I think everyone likes it though. Quite a lot of overtaking opportunities. We'll see what it brings tonight.
Yeah, like I say, it should be a track that I enjoyed. Very high speed, but yeah, it just escapes me. It really don't like many on the calendar. It just escapes me. Too much track and not enough talent.
Let's get on. The lap data we have got. We don't need that. There we go. There's nobody out on a lap yet. It looks like we're going to have a dry session.
Readouts is just starting his flying lap.
You are right. Take us through then, Hicks, on Readouts fast lap.
So yeah, he's just coming around the village section. Farm, sorry. Yeah, now into village. And on the Wellington Straight. So he's now going to come into Brooklands. So very fast corner this. It's quite hard to pick a braking spot as well. But you just need to kiss the apex, let the car travel out wide naturally, and then hook up the apex here and floor it for the hanger straight. Oh, no.
He's going to get a bit of slipstream off whoever this might be in front of him.
Oh, he got a little bit of wheel spin there, a little bit of oversteer. So this is a nice section of the track. Maggots, Beckett's. It's very hard to get this absolutely spot on, but you being a pro, you probably don't struggle with it.
No, I think I've gone around that set of corners many times, enough times to be able to know how to take them. As Readouts comes round for his final two corners. I don't think this will be a pole setter, but we'll see what the first time is that comes over the line with a 1:28.9. Who else have we got?
What do you think pole's going to be tonight?
I think you're looking at the 1:27 zeros. Do you know, I say that. No, I take that back. I've done no practice this week yet. I have no idea what a lap time is. I was just judging off what come on.
I'll put it out there. I think we'll see a 26.8.
Okay. A smooth operator.
And I think it will be Halvor.
Just as you say that, a 1:27.4 from Halvor. And I am on board with Mobes. Doran goes 1:27.3. I am on board with Mobes as he's going into Maggots and Beckett's in the second. We'll see what he goes through on his Sector 2, whether he is up on... he will be up on his time, because he hasn't set a time yet. So as Mobs comes through into the final sector with a 103.7 split on his Sector 2. I don't like these last two corners, Hicks. I don't know what it is, but they've always scared me of these two that Mobs is going through just now. I say last two.
Yeah,
last two of the three.
I can't get club. I can't do club at all.
As Mobs comes across with a 127.4. DST Mai with a 127.2, Hicks. That's someone we've not seen at the top of the boards for the last few races.
Yeah, that's a good lap.
Who else have we got? We got Preb coming over the line. A 127.6.
So I think Alex Hauger's been out, but he's aborted and gone back in the pits, I think. He hasn't set a time yet.
PTL Waker Joe may be setting up for a flying lap. We've got Brass Monkeys, who is not on a lap there. G-Man from South Africa. Indigo, good evening. Our flagship commentator. I will not do half the job that Mr. Indigo, aka Jamie, does. Good evening, Jamie. Good to have you in the chat this evening.
The pressure's on now, you see.
Always pressure when Jamie's around. Who else have we got then? Let's have a look. Hudson, Roddy. We've got quite a few reserves in the race tonight, Hicks, which is good to see. I'll do my best, Indigo. I'll do my best. Grid. Yeah, it's good to see a full grid. Who have we got on a lap? G-Man, who is a 10th up on his time. Should put him into the top 10 above readouts.
So we've just got DXT Matty is just starting a flyer.
Let's go with DXT Matty, as Atlas Corpo is in the chat as well. Evening, Atlas. I'll see you on track tomorrow night. He is supporting the OWR boys tonight. But yeah, I'm on board with Matty Hicks.
So Matty's gone 2/10 quicker. He's looking like he's hooking up a good lap here. This could be dipping into the 26s if he can keep this going.
Great exit out of that corner there. Hopefully he can be flat out going around this next corner here. Just a drop of the gear as he goes round into Maggots and Beckett's. If you can control your speed going around here, it should be quite smooth. Although that did seem like the car was complaining a little bit there. He might lose time. Oh, there's a tenth and a half up on his 6-2 split on what he's on now. So he's into the 127 once. If he can get a good exit out of the last four corners here.
No, as he
aborts that lap. Go on board with Hutton Roddy, who is pretty much one of the only ones on a flying lap, apart from Ronnie down at the bottom, who I will flick over to in a moment if Hutton Roddy is in fact down on his time, which we'll see in a minute. I don't know why I flicked over there. Yeah, he's up, so I'm going to go right down to Ronnie, who I believe is on the flash lap going through Maggots and Beckett's. So Hicks, I would be expecting Ronnie now to be putting in a low 127s based on his recent performances as he gets a bit of slipstream.
Yeah, I would say so. We've got Halvor just about to start a fast lap as well, so I'll stay on board with Halvor. He's just let Ronnie pass.
He did. That was some good teamwork. Great teamwork from the Kicks Halvor boys there. That'll against Ronnie, maybe a 10th going down that straight there. As he comes round with a 127.1 and does go pole. That is the time to be. I am on board with Halvor, Hicks, if you want to take us away through this lap.
Yeah, so he got a little bit squirrely on the last turn there. I don't think he got a great entry, but he's looking good here. Hook the apex up. And again, yep, hook the apex up. Nice exit. So here we go. Let's see if he can nail Brooklands. And just about. Yeah, that looks good.
He's going to get a bit
So, let's
slipstream
see if-
here.
Yeah, they're working together, these boys.
Is it one of his friends? It is, because it is the other Kicksauber. But will it give him some dirty air, Hicks? Is this actually going, especially going through Maggots and Beckett's here, is the dirty air that he's giving off here more of a hindrance?
He's not happy. I don't think he was happy through there. It was a bit of lift. Yeah, he's dropped out of it.
He's dropped out. We've got Mobs, who is on a... No, is he on a lap? Let's have a look. I think
he's on a lap because he's burning battery. Yeah.
He absolutely is. So we'll stay on board with Mobs because he'll be looking for an improvement to keep up with Ronnie with that battle for third place, with Ronnie being in the front by around 5 points, I believe. Sector 2 as he comes through. Let's see if Mobs is up on his time. I love this section. I know a lot of people don't, but I love to drive through this.
Car complaining a little bit on traction there, but yeah, he's a 10th up.
He is a 10th up, so that would potentially put him into 5th place above Doran. He does need to find some time though, Hicks. If he's going to challenge Ronnie, he still needs to find another couple of tenths in this final sector to get anywhere near him.
Oh, he's got a great exit there. That was a good last sequence.
As he does,
and he's put himself up to third.
Brilliant.
That's a cracking time. Well done, John.
Who have we not been on board with this evening? Salguero. Let's go on board with Salguero, as I know he likes to join the chat while the stream is on. So if you are listening while racing, good evening, Salguero. As he comes in, thanks for that, Salguero. That was that ruined that one. BTL Wicked Joe just coming back onto track, and Night Creed going into the pits.
And Shaggy P has just taken a 126.7.
Wow. You said that it won 126.8. You
awesome.
said.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great lap. Apologies we missed that. That was a really good lap there.
Absolutely. Well done, OWR Shaggy. Atlas Corpo in the chat will be happy with his OWR teammates being in the top 3 as we speak. So, as we are the SFR League, I am going to go on board with SFR Energy Dan, one of our directors of the league, and he is going to show these OWR boys how to do it. Isn't that right, Hicks?
That's correct. Let's see what he can do.
Don't let me down, Dan. When you watch this back, you'll either be really proud of yourself or really upset.
He's got a bit of traffic here. Is he going to get out the way? Yeah, he's out of the way. Well done. That was his teammate, Brass Monkeys, so well done for that.
Energy Dan comes round. He has not set a time yet, so there is no marker as to whether he is going to improve or not, because any time is an improvement right now. I do wonder why he didn't... should I say he hasn't set a lap yet. However,
ultra confidence or a mistake, do you think?
Maybe busy. I know he has a bit of a busy schedule up in the lead up to the race, so maybe he's just got to his control now. But that does put him under pressure, I agree.
Just coming down to Vale. I'm learning the corners, so
you know the corners more than I do.
But this is Club. Yep, Club.
So he needs to be near the 128, so no, he's nowhere near it coming in to here as he comes across with a 128.3.
Yeah, he's going to need a lot more than that if he wants to trouble the top 3, these OWR boys. So let's have a look, see who else is on a flyer. No, he's not.
So Atlas in the chat thinks that Paul will be 126.5 Hicks. I think if it is, that's a fantastic pole setting time. Do you think that someone will get there, Hicks?
Well, the reason why I said what I said was because that's what I got. So these boys are already quicker than me.
Who have we got that is on? So we've got Ronnie, who's just starting his fast lap. So we'll go on board with Ronnie. He needs to find 4 tenths. He needs to find 4 tenths on this lap. As Wiggles is in the chat. Good evening, Wiggles. I am sorry you cannot be here for me to commentate and laugh at as you go around the track and probably make a fool of yourself. So you've made my job harder tonight. Thank you. As Ronnie comes through in his sector 1 and he is half a tenth up, going into sector 2. A really windy corner. If you can get the traction right coming out of there, you can make up a bit of time as you just drop 1 gear as you floor it round this corner coming up now.
He's got a bit of traffic. Get out of the way, boys.
He's using it to his advantage as he comes around Maggots and Beckett's. That he has taken them corners fantastically there as he comes round, and he is a 10th up. So that,
and he's getting a nice toe here.
He is off his teammate. This is really well planned by the kit guys. I think Ronnie is looking at a P2 here. I think he will struggle to beat the time of OWR Shaggy.
Oh, a little bit late on the throttle there.
As he does with a 126.9, just short into P2.
That's a great lap.
We have now got Halvor, who is on a lap. I want to try and catch who is coming round onto final lap, but God knows. Who we're not being on board with. OWR Alex Hawk is, excuse me, he's in his sector 1. Who have we got anywhere closer? Is Energy Dan on a lap? I believe he is, as he is full of traffic from the Has guy of BTL Wicked Shore. If Energy Dan was on a fast lap, that will be looked at.
Well, Halvor is currently 2 tenths up. So he's threading together a nice lap here.
Yeah, as he goes into Maggots and Beckett. So 2 tenths, what that give him? That would give him up to P6, pushing for P5, maybe splitting the Ferraris. So he's 5 tenths. He is 5 tenths up. He's currently running at a 126.9 as he gets slipstream from his teammate. As he comes round, is this going to be a pole setting time, Hicks? Is he going to take the lead from his teammate of Shaggy?
No.
He is.
Oh, he is.
With a 126.7.
That's a cracking lap.
As Doran comes round and finishes with a 127.1. Griffsey with a 127.0. Preb has gone off. Can Shaggy do anything to take that pole position back off Halvor? I nearly said off Shaggy. It wasn't me. Shaggy comes round. 126.4. Oh wow.
God. That is rapid.
That is a fantastic lap from Shaggy. DXT Matty comes round and he stays P8 with G-Man coming into the pits. Salguero not on a lap. BTL Wicked Joe may be in trouble with the stewards after this race. And Readouts is not on a fast lap either, so that will be your qualifying for the evening.
Wow.
Shaggy.
That is scary. And I'm feeling slightly demotivated.
Yeah, so what a time. 126.4, 3 tenths ahead of Halvor and Ronnie. or should I say halvor, and then a further 5 tenths or 5 tenths in total to Ronnie. That is a lap. And let's see what his race pace is. Let's see if he was built just for qualifying or whether he can take that into the race. Because if he can, this will be a lonely race for Shaggy.
Well, I'm kind of speechless, to be honest with you. That is a absolutely stonking lap there, so well done to Shaggy.
So here we are then. As we quickly run through, Shaggy in first, Halvor second, Ronnie in third, Preb, Griffsy, great from Griffsy there, Doran, Mobs, Matty, Hutton Roddy, G-Man, Nightcreed, Bossy Gaming. Nice to see Nightcreed up in 11th, Salguero, Alex Hogg, Energy Dan, BTL Wicked Joe, Brass Monkeys, Readouts and Smooth Operator. Round up your 19 drivers for tonight.
Well, let's see what we can see. This should be a good race. I think it's going to be close between the OWR boys.
Do we want some rain? Do we want some rain, Hicks?
Come on,
We are
let's throw
talking
some
about
variables
England.
in.
It doesn't look like it is. It does look rather gloomy though.
Yeah, we need some changeable conditions. Come on, let's throw some curveballs in.
I don't feel like I have seen rain. I'm gonna jinx this now because tomorrow night it's gonna absolutely belt it down. But I've not seen rain in one of our F1 races for a while.
I can't remember the last time I had rain. Nope.
So strategies tonight, Hicks. Medium hard.
Pretty much. But nice to see some people doing something different and trying, some of these lower place guys having a little bit of play around on strategy, maybe hoping for a safety car or changeable weather or something like that. So it'd be nice to see some people do some different things.
Certainly will, as they will get themselves ready for tonight. They'll get themselves a drink. They will do their setup, change their strategies, and lower their fuel, I guess.
What was the pole time again?
126 for something.
Craziness. So it's nice to see no lack of desire or motivation from Halvor, which is great to see. Still at the sharp end, still motivated. That's always good.
Yeah, is he? There was a chance he was already on his holidays. I don't know where people from Norway go on their holidays. I guess somewhere a bit warmer. I think anywhere is a bit warmer than Norway.
Yeah.
Atlas, I'm sure he'll tell us what the temperature is right now in Norway. Make us all feel a little bit warmer. So we need to look out for Mobs and Ronnie. They are very close together. Let's see how they get on for the battle for P3.
Yeah, I think Mobes has got to put his foot down because Ronnie looks rapid. Rapid Ronnie. I'm not going to get to use my Wiggles thing tonight either, so thanks for that, Wiggles.
Yeah, he's definitely watching though. I've seen the comments coming through. So we're just waiting for the drivers to ready up. I know that the sign has been given from the admin of John Mobes, so we should be underway ever so shortly. So let's. What comment is that? I don't know what comment you're on about. Pass. What was I looking at? Tyres. So we do have a bit of a split, Hicks. We've got Bossy Gaming and Smooth Operator, who are out on the softs. That's they are 17th and 19th, so they're obviously trying something a bit different. I don't blame them. Brass Monkeys and Wakey Joe on hards, and the rest are on mediums. Oh, Wiggles is right. Hicks, you said you can't use your Wiggles comment, and Wiggles has said, "What's that comment?" So I'm
What's the comment?
What's the comment? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Get a wiggle on.
I'll get a... Shocking. I don't even know why I laughed. That's horrific that I laughed. That's horrific that I laughed. Oh, God.
Dearie me.
Long day at work, I guess. Right, let's have a look then. So, other guys are running around 20 to 10 wings, plus or minus 2. So, what do you think? So, you either 18.8, 22.12 maybe. That's a big gap between the front and the rear wing, Hicks. In my opinion.
So, what do you think they'll be running?
He said 20 and 10, plus or minus 2.
I'm just making notes.
Yep. Likewise.
Tomorrow.
Likewise. As they're coming round, let's make sure we have got everything that we want to be able to see available. I think we have.
So we're all lined up, ready to go?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go on board with OWR prep. And off we go as the kick of OWR Halvor gets a great start, but Shaggy overtakes. Let's go on to the broadcast. Halvor, Ronnie, second and third. We have a bit of a battle further down the field
between Ronnie and Griffsey there.
We've got someone that's spun round down there. I think that might be Hutton Roddy.
So Griffsey's now hustled his way back into third. I think there's a little bit of contact that last corner.
Yeah, and he's got Ronnie, who is really wanting to get in front of him now. Night Creed, we've got Energy Dan that's dropped down. What's going on down here? As G-Man is fighting with Bossy Gaming as they collide. And Energy Dan takes control of that situation as he gets knocked off slightly there. Coming through, fighting in 11th place. Doran looking at this, he's just behind Preb as well, as we're watching this battle at the moment between Energy Dan and Bossy Gaming.
Bossy Gaming up 7 positions. 6 now, because he's just been overtaken by Energy Dan, but 6 positions. That's a cracking
Oh, he did.
start.
He was, yeah, sorry, he's one of the soft runners on the bottom 3. You're right.
Yeah, and he's made a cracking start, so that's going to be good for his race.
He has, as Shaggy takes the fastest lap. He is currently 1.1 seconds ahead already of Halvor. So Shaggy has either, because I don't think we've seen him in the race the last couple of weeks, and sorry if he's been in, I can't remember seeing him. Has he just been practicing Silverstone for the last 3 weeks, just to turn up and completely destroy?
Is he a reserve driver, Shaggy?
He is, yeah. I believe he was a permanent driver last season. In fact, I think he was my teammate at one point, if I remember rightly. But then couldn't make it anymore. Now he's back again, which is good to see him back. Atlas says 4 to 5 laps on softs. What do you think, Hicks? Are they hoping for a safety car in 2 laps?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he had to do something. Bossy Gaming's done well. He's tried something different, and it's got him 6 places up. So if he gets a safety car now, he's in good place. It's nice to see people do stuff differently when they're down the back end of the grid. They've got to try something.
Yeah, I agree. So you got Here we got Ronnie, who is ahead of John Mobes at the moment. Let's have a look at the position changes for the first couple of laps.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. Doran's just pulled a move on Preb. Oh, they're fighting. This is good, clean action here. So Doran's now got... No, Preb's got him back, but that was good racing there.
So luckily I was actually on Doran, so we didn't miss it. Great shout out. Is he going to make a move now, Hicks? Into this corner here. No, wishful thinking. Okay.
No, Doran's wily. He'll take his time. He'll get a good exit.
Anyone else who is, as we say that, Mobes, who's just behind Doran. He's really putting the pressure on Doran, so that will keep Doran preoccupied as well as trying to overtake Preb in front of him. As Mobes gets a brilliant turn and exit out of that corner there.
So Doran is now on the back of Preb, going into Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, a little bit wide. He's washed out there. So that will put Mobes on the back of him. Let's have a look.
This is not the place where you want to be trying to overtake though through Maggots and Beckett's round here.
No, not at all. But it's getting the exit on this corner perfect, and then you get DRS.
He didn't. Mobes went wide there, so he'll have had to let off the accelerator a little bit there. Doran, the DRS zone here, which we're not going to have DRS zones next season, as per regulations. It's just not long enough round here. You can't really make that much of a move on the DRS straights.
So let's have a look what else we've got going on at the front. So we've got Halvor is reclaimed that second position. No, he didn't. Sorry, he already had that. So Halvor's maintaining position 2. We've got Shaggy out in first. Now not quite clear of DRS, but getting up to a second now, clear of Halvor. Griffsty's dropping back a little bit, but still within DRS. And then you've got Ronnie on the back of Griffsy as well. So yeah, this is nice and close up front.
We've got a bit of a spread further down. We've got Alex Hogg, who is just on the back of Salguero. He might be looking to make a move as Brass Monkeys and BTL Waker Joe are having a little battle here. So let's stay on board with Brass Monkeys as we go around into Sector 2. As he seems to let BTL Waker Joe go through, although he might have picked up a warning coming out of that corner there, as Brass Monkeys will be getting a bit of dirty air as he comes round here, although I think he's just misjudged his braking points there, which has set him off for the rest of Maggots and Beckett's. Who have we got? We've got Ronnie further up, wanting to get in front of Griffsy to get back with Halvor.
Doran's dropped it. He's dropped it on the last corner.
Oh, Doran. Luckily for him, he's got P2 tied up, so he don't need to. He don't need to worry too much. Although his pride will be let down a little bit.
He's a racer though. He'll want to get up there. He'll want to get it back.
He will. Halvor, sorry, not Halvor. Mobes needs to try and get back with Ronnie, who's in 4th place. Mobes in 7th at the moment. As Hutton Roddy takes a 3-second time penalty, the first one of the night.
So I'm just riding at the moment on board with Mobes, who is just coming through Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, and as we say that, Preb's just lost it on the entry to Maggots. So Mobes and Matty have now moved up to 5th and 6th, respectively. So John is now looking for a move on Matty. And he's got and Mobes has lost it.
Mobes.
I looked like he was having a great exit there, and he was going to get Matty on DRS, but
it is. And does Matty now, knowing how the championship is, does Matty now try and help his teammate out? Does he let him go past rather than fighting to try and catch up with Ronnie? I would like to hope that as a teammate, if I was in Mobes' situation, that my teammate might help me out here. What do you think, Hicks?
Yeah, I think Mobes is quicker. You can see that, but yeah, it's hard to let somebody pass when you're in such a high position.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. At this stage in the championship, when mathematically Mobes needs the points, I think it's a team game.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
I would do it. I would do it.
So apparently, and take this with a pinch of salt if you wish. I think I may take it with a pinch of salt. Ronnie is reporting 35% tyre wear on his mediums. So if that is the case, he could potentially go to lap 12. Go to lap 12, would you say, Hicks, and then 14 onto the hards? Or do you come in earlier than that?
Probably maximum. I don't think
10.
we'll be seeing too many of these guys go 12 laps.
10, as Brass Monkeys takes 3 seconds.
So this is if Matty's going to let him through. He's letting him through. Looks like he's letting him through. That's great team player there.
And if that is, and maybe DHC Matty's got the stream on, maybe he's listening. As Atlas says, plan A is medium to 11 and then hard to finish. I agree. I don't think you're going to see anything different this evening. As we have got, who was it that Bossy Gaming that was on the soft has pitted now for the mediums. So he's going to go soft now to medium to hard, hoping for a safety car in the next 4 to 5 laps and then go on to the mediums. See where that takes him from there. As Griffsy, I am really sorry, I have not seen it, has overtaken Halvor, and so we'll go on board with Halvor to see if he can make a move back on Griffsy going into sector 2. As we've got Hutton Roddy, who looks to have spun as there is a yellow flag, not turning into a safety car, so we'll carry on as normal. And Ronnie on the back of Halvor. So does Halvor now let Ronnie go to try and give Ronnie as many points as he can, and then keep Mobes behind? That's got to be the play next, right?
Are you getting any glitching on your stream? Because I'm getting quite a bit.
No, it seems okay. It seems alright to me. Is yours bad?
Just I'm on board with Ronnie at the moment, and Halvor just jumping around a little bit.
No, it
major,
seems alright to me as Matty goes into the pits. So we have now got Mobes and Ronnie right next to each other. I say right next to each other, 3.8 seconds apart. Halvor might just drag Ronnie along as we go around lap 8. So we've got DHC Matty and BTL Wakey Joe, who's pitting, who's on the 7 lap old hards. So he is going on to the mediums. They're not going 18 laps. I don't think.
That's a really early stop. That's a really early stop for Matty. He must have been struggling on those mediums, but that seems early to me. Can he do the remaining race on that? I don't think so.
He'll be hoping for a safety car. I'm on board with Salguero, who is all over the back of OWR Alex Hawk. As Alex Hawk bins it, and Salguero takes advantage of that, going into 11th place. I picked a good time to go to Salguero then. Probably plan G for Ferrari. Says Atlas. Whereas Mobes is losing time now, Hicks, to Ronnie, which is not great for the Ferrari driver. What does he need to do different, Hicks, for Mobes?
There's a long way to go yet.
He needs to do something different though, right? If he's losing time to Ronnie at the moment, does he pit lap 9? Does he pit at the end of this lap and hope that the undercut works?
That's a big ask for that amount of time, 4 seconds. I don't really know how powerful the undercut is on Silverstone.
Mitch agrees. Undercut. I would say I think last race of the season you've got to do something. Get yourself in. 17 laps on hards. You never know, there might be a late safety car.
So Halvor is definitely pulling Ronnie around the track here. He's pulling him closer to Griffsey. They are currently Halvor's 0.8 from Griffsey and Ronnie half a second. So he's pulling him down the last straight. And they are gaining.
So I wonder what people's tyres are like now as we go on to lap 10. They'll have done 9 laps plus a formation lap, which does take percentage off your tyre. Not much, but probably a couple of percent, depending on how much you warm up your tyres in the formation lap. Do you tend to warm up your tyres a lot, Hicks, in the formation lap? Do you try and save them for the race?
I do a little bit of tyre warm up, yeah, on the formation lap. Try not to push them too hard.
So Mobs has made half a second on OWR on it. Half a second, that sounded proper Yorkshire then, that.
If he can get that down to 3 seconds, I think the undercut looks good. But he needs to get on with it.
He does, because
so Halvor's just pulled back a little bit from Griffsey now, and Ronnie is still with Halvor.
Ronnie just passed. It just says 7 at least. I'm going to guess that's 70%. His readouts overtakes Hutton Roddy for 13th place, and we've now got the two Red Bulls next to each other in 12th and 13th as Shaggy takes a 10-second penalty as he comes in. Hicks in first place with Griffsey and Roddy also coming in.
That's painful. That's very painful.
That is not what you want to see after a great qualifying and being very comfortable right through to lap 11. So you've got Mobes, who's not pitted. So Mobes is actually not undercutting and doing the exact opposite of what we said, which is maybe petulant, maybe he's listening, maybe it's genius. We'll soon find out over the next half an hour or so.
So he's keeping. I mean, he's not losing time to Ronnie at the moment. He's keeping that around 3.8, 3.9. So he's staying with Ronnie, but just not making an impact at the moment. But still a long way to go, only lap 11.
Absolutely. As news has it that Griffsey has gone into the back of Shaggy, entering the pits, which has made him go too fast over the line, which has given him his 10 seconds. So we'll see what the stewards do about that if there are no further pits by Shaggy before the end of the race. Right, after all that excitement, let's go back with Night Creed, who is in 5th place at the moment, yet to pit, as Brass Monkeys picks up a 3-second time penalty. DSC Matty, who is on 3-lap old hards, they will be a lot warmer than Shaggy's, who are, as we know, a fresh tyre. So DSC Matty needs to make a move now if he is going to get past him, as there are 3 cars in front of him right now. One being Readouts and the other being Hutton Roddy, as they both pit, which gives a bit of room for DHT Matty as he comes around the last 3 corners and starting his 13th lap. As Shaggy seems to get a much better exit from the corner there.
So Mobes is in the pits. Ronnie's in the pits.
Mobes is in the pits. Where will he come out with Ronnie being in 6th place, and Mobes is now only 2.7 behind. So he has made time on Ronnie He's made about second, 1.1, I would say, from pitting that lap later, and then his hards also been fresher towards the end of the race, Hicks.
Yeah, I think he attacked the pit entry hard as well, did Mobes. So he could have made a little bit of time up there.
Got BTL Wakey Joe, who has DNF. We do have a yellow flag. They don't seem to be slowing down at the moment. So I'm going to assume it is not a safety car. It's not. So we do have Shaggy in first at the moment, Hicks. He has got a 10-second penalty. However, we will see what happens.
Right, DXT has just taken Brass Monkeys. DXT ahead of Brass Monkeys, but Halvor right on the gearbox of Matty.
You're right, because... Oh, as DXT locks up a little bit, going into the penultimate few corners. As Shaggy takes the fastest lap in his fresh hards.
Quick
still
question.
making time.
If Griffsey did go into the back of Shaggy, can that 10-second be reversed?
As long as Shaggy doesn't pit again, then he can request for it to be looked at. Yeah. However, if he does pit again, it's too awkward to be able to just remove 10 seconds because a lot happens after pitting. If that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
As John Mobes needs to look to get past Brass Monkeys as soon as he can because Ronnie's made that move. So Mobes needs to clear Ronnie and then a couple after that. Did Griff get a 10-second penalty? That is a good shot. I don't believe
he got 3 seconds. He got 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
So Halvor right on the back of Matty.
Yeah, as Mobes does take Brass Monkey, so he's now behind Ronnie again. Let's go. I'll go on board with Halvor then as Matty locks up again at the same corner. So you have got Mobes, who is on the fresh tyres, or fresher tyres out of everyone, alongside Ronnie. So that is going to be a battle that we want to try and keep hold of till the end of the race. He's lost a few tenths though, as Mobes.
So Griffsey is about to pull a move on Halvor around the outside. Is Halvor going to fight that hard? It looks like he is, but I think Griffsey's got the inside. He has, and he's got that move done. That's a great move by Griffsey. Now he's got to get after Matty because he's got that 3-second time penalty to overcome.
Absolutely. Because DXT Matty right now, he'll be thinking, oh, well, Shaggy's got a 10-second penalty. Maybe he does at the end of it after Stewards have looked at it, but maybe they don't. As Doran takes a 3 seconds time penalty. Maybe Doran's just going through the motions a little bit tonight, knowing he's got PT.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
Griffsey has just pulled a move on Matty, and he's got that done into the second from last corner. And unfortunately, Matty on those holds has just been taken by Halvor as well. So I think Matty's tyres being a little bit older, 3 laps, they'll be a little bit more difficult in the traction and braking zones. Mainly in the traction zones, they'll be a little bit more difficult, but he's still there, P4.
You're right, and I think Mitch has just said as well, where has Griffsey's pace come from? So he's found some pace on these hard tyres. As he's going to get chased down now by, let's just go back to the, where's it gone, interval, there we are. A very close battle between the top 5 at the moment. As Doran overtakes Brass Monkeys. What tyres is Brass Monkeys on? Yeah, so he's on 14 old Lapards, which is why he's losing place after place over these laps here. He needs to pit pretty quickly. As Ronnie needs to make a move on DXT Matty. Outlets, I think I already did look at Griffsey, and I think he may not have damage. I don't believe. No, both his end plates are there.
So what Matty could do here is try and hold Ronnie up and bring Mobes onto the back of him.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right, because Ronnie needs to get clear of DXT Matty now. Otherwise, Matty's keeping him held up now.
Well, if you think at one stage Mobes was 4 seconds behind Ronnie, he's now 1.9.
Yeah.
So Matty needs to just hold him up a little bit here, and then give Ronnie something to worry about.
Yeah.
Because if he's looking in his mirrors, he's not fighting Matty.
I wonder if they're talking to each other in the chat. I wonder if they are in the same party.
So Matty will be absolutely praying for either rain or a safety car in a couple of laps' time.
Can you see the rain coming? It looks a bit overcast. I think we might be fine. I think we might be fine for the next 10 laps.
So Ronnie's on DRS on Matty, but Matty's got DRS on Halvor, so I don't think it's going to happen here.
It is a big DRS train through to Mr. Mobes, who doesn't have DRS, and he's starting now. Should I say he's not gaining time as much as he was a couple of laps ago.
But Matty is keeping Halvor honest. He's doing a good job.
So if it stays, say they were to swap places now, Mobes and Ronnie, I believe Ronnie still takes it. He would also need to be overtaken by Energy Dan and Preb, I think, for Mobes to take third place, which is quite a big ask unless Preb can start to make a move. But then you've also got that Preb being OWR probably doesn't want to affect what's going on ahead of him unless it's in Ronnie's favour.
So just looking, Mopes has pulled back. He was 2.5 seconds. He's down to 1.8. So he's doing a good job there. But Ronnie is now all over the back of Matty. I think if he can get a good exit out of this last corner onto the straight, and he's got a great exit, this is a done deal. So Ronnie, DRS open, flies past Matty for position 4.
So does Matty now let Mobes go?
Absolutely.
Matty's not in the chat. Matty's confirmed Matty's not in the chat with Mobes, so they're not talking to each other, which is going to make it harder for Mr. Mobes, our bald friend who has had his internet issues over the last few weeks, and it's good to see him back in the race with no issues, but still not finishing on podium. Mobes, keep practicing. I need to get my digs in. It is the end of the season. Probably not going to commentate on you for the next month or so. So let's get our digs in. Where is our Scouse friend of Doran? Probably in the pits nicking some tyres. No, he's out on track. He is behind his SFR fellow friend of Energy Dan.
Past this lap, Bossy Gaming 130. So that's on his new tyres.
He's put on his super speed tyres, has Bossy Gaming of his mediums with the lower fuel. Shall I try to be more serious now? Preb is all over the back of Energy Dan, coming into Maggots and Beckett's with all that dirty air coming around these corners, will he get a really good exit out of this with the DRS? He hasn't. Energy Land goes clear. I don't think the DRS will help Preb here unless his wings are, and they are quite fast here. No. As Alex Hogg is spinning around and already shouting, asking what the... Yeah, he's DNF'd.
So just a little bit of update on Mobes. He's now 0.7 behind his teammate, and I think if he is going to play the team game, it will be done fairly soon, so he can get up after Ronnie.
All sorts going on back there. It's Sogware up hitting, making me think something was going on. Mobes needs to get in front of his teammate Hicks. He really does.
He does. He needs to get off the running. I think this might be where they're going to do it at the end of Maggots and Beckett's.
Hopefully he's just going to let him go. Although Hicks is it getting to this point? It's getting too late now to be able to do anything.
Oh, you got a good exit there. I think this is going to be a done deal down the Hanger Straight as he comes through Chapel. And there we go. So Mobes is now DRS and he's just cleared Matty. I think that might have been a bit of help there. That's good teamwork. So Mobes is now up into 5th and currently 2.7 seconds behind Ronnie.
Let's have a look then as we go into the last 7 laps. He has got 2.5 seconds left, and he is he making a bit of time? Possibly. Tyres are exactly the same. Halvor's only a lap older, so he's not going to hold up Ronnie that much at all. In fact, if anything, he's probably going to drag him along.
So can Matty's tyres go the distance, or is he going to pit for a set of softs and set some lightning laps towards the end of this race?
18 laps? I'm not sure 18 laps can be done, especially not on F125. Maybe F124 you might have got away with it.
So Shaggy currently on P1 is kind of checked out, but is corrected. He will currently, if it ended now, would be P4.
He is, however, you've got to think Griffsey has got a 3-second penalty. So actually it's only 7 seconds. So he needs to make up 3 seconds on Halvor and Griffsey over the next 5 laps.
But he's on 1 lap older tyres.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's on the same. Sorry, he's on the same delta. That was my mistake.
Oh yeah, he is, because they just crossed the line. No, I saw where that came from. So yeah, Shaggy needs to make up. He needs to go on a stormer now for 5 more laps. Hammer time for him to take first place.
So Halvor's currently looking at P1 if it stays like this.
Ronnie, who's still probably in that zone of getting dirty air and not actually, as you see him there, a bit of understeer there as he goes round. I think he's been hindered by his teammate at the moment, and Halvor needs to just let him go. And if anything, it gives Ronnie that extra few points. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I do know, and Mobes, if you're listening, you need to get in front of Ronnie. You need to make a move.
Get on with it. Yeah, as we're now seeing Ronnie take Halvor.
Yeah.
That was a orchestrated move by the Kick Sauber boys there.
I think that was. I don't think you needed to be a genius to be able to see that was the move, and maybe they knew that and they waited for the last few laps.
So Mobe's now dropping back a little bit, 2.6 off the back of Halvor. And you've got Matty on those 14 lap old hards. Be really interesting to see if he gets those to the end. He's got a bit of breathing space between him and Energy Dan.
He is starting to lose time though. If you look at the time difference now to his teammate, it's I think he's struggling a little bit.
Let's have a look at Energy Dan and see how he's coping. So, yeah, he looks tidy. But they are 3 laps newer. So he's got the Delta. He can get this done.
So I think, yeah, and I think Energy Dan's had his, what would you say, poor form recently, so he'll be happy to see himself back up in 7th. I know he's had a lot on with his racing, with his running at the moment, so it's nice to see him. Nice to see him on track. As much as he gives me stick every week for being from Yorkshire, I don't own a flat cap. Although I'd love to own a flat cap, and I don't have a Whippet Energy Dan. I will have you know.
And we've got Doran just about to pull a move on Preb, but thought better of it. But he's got a good exit going into the last corner here.
Oh, Doran's binned it. Oh, well, we couldn't. We couldn't not see that for one more race before the end of the season. Thank you for not disappointing, Doran. You don't disappoint. Thank you, mate. Well done on your P2, by the way. Not quite P1.
Just had to flick the mic off there while I had a little chuckle.
So we've got, so Ronnie will want to just sail home now ahead of Mobes. What else have we got? Something about me being from Leeds, Wiggles. I don't know. You're talking some Halifax rubbish. As we look down the order at Preb, who is 6/10 behind Energy Dan.
So we got Matty that pitted for softs, so he's on softs. Let's see what his pace looks like. But I think it's a tall order to get top 10. I think possibly top 10 is realistic. But he's got to get a wiggle on.
Oh yeah, Dan's from Leeds, he said. He's got to get a wiggle. Oh no. I'm not, no. I can't even believe I responded to it. As we move on with Preb 1. Anything but the thought of a joke about wiggle.
Sorry, I do apologise.
You don't really.
No, I don't care.
Halvor is behind his teammate and he's struggling on the 13 lap old hards, which tell, oh no, Datesy Matty went on to his softs, didn't he? So he dropped down to 12th. You got Shaggy, who is still a second and a bit off beating Griffsy, dependent on Steward's inquiries at the end.
So at the moment, Griffsy is 2.7 ahead of Ronnie. He's got a 3-second penalty, so he's just got to eke out another little bit of time there to try and take the win.
That's a great shout. That is a great shout. He has got a 10th, does Ronnie, to make up, to get P2. You're right.
Well, it'll be for the win. Griffsy will be for the win, won't it? Because Shaggy's got a 10-second.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Griffsy here is just got that pull out, that 3/10. Let's see what Ronnie looks like. Ronnie's, oh, he's good. Just as I say that, he's just hit the 3-second, dead on. That is really unfortunate for Shaggy that he's got a 10-second penalty, because I've got to tell you, he's driven a great race. To pull to pull that amount of time on those OWR, Ronnie and Halvor, he's done very, very well. So well done to Shaggy, and unfortunate for your penalty. And this is going to be really tight for Griffsy. He really has to get a move on now and try and get that 2 or 3 tenths. But it looks tidy. I'm on board with him at the moment. It looks tidy. It doesn't look like he's struggling.
He's just in that 3 seconds, isn't he? Is he going to get this done?
Well, we're about to find out as Griffsy crosses the line for a final lap. Shaggy's out front. He's pretty much checked out. So let's see what we can see. Mobes is settled in now, 2.3 behind Halvor. And Matty's made it up to 11th on those softs. Or maybe he can get a P10.
He does go with the fastest lap, but Ronnie is flirting around that 3 second mark. In fact, he's lost a bit of time, gained a bit of time. He's under, he's over. Is he going to make it? Is he going to take first place? Post penalties.
So Griffsy's just got to throw caution to the wind now and get on with it. He needs a really good exit now on this last sequence. As he comes down the hanger straight, he is currently 2.8. He needs the 3 corners, 3 perfect corners, and he can do it.
He just needs to be clean through these last 3 corners. And
Shaggy
serves his 10-second penalty as he crosses the line into first, and Shaggy drops down, and Ronnie does take first place, with Griffsy finishing in second, Halvor over in third, Shaggy fourth, Mobs fifth, Energy Dan, good finish for him in sixth, and Preb comes across the line as he struggles to come across the line in seventh, Doran in eighth, and then G-Man with 2,700 seconds of penalties in ninth, dropping into 10th, 11th, Hunt Roddy in 10th, didn't see Matty in 9th, should I say. Hunt Roddy 11th, G-Man 12th, Bossy Gaming will come across the line, but with 9 seconds of penalties, which will put Aris Alguero up into 13th, and Bossy Gaming down into 14th, Brass Monkeys in 15th, and Readouts in 16th. Rounding up the last 17 is Smooth Operator with your DNFs.
So driver of the day?
Driver of the day. Okay. Let's have a look at the final standings. It's tough because Shaggy got his 10-second penalty. If reports are correct, he shouldn't serve it. But should we go on the facts that he did cross the line too fast? My driver of the day is going to go with Ronnie. I think Ronnie was under a lot of pressure to get the final race done ahead of Mobes. He's finished first. So my driver of the day, if you agree, Hicks goes to Ronnie.
I'm actually going to disagree and say my driver of the day was Shaggy, because if he did get hit in the pits, that is a dominant display, especially in this field.
So I'll tell you what, final race of the season, we will give 2 drivers of the day, to Ronnie and to Shaggy, to the OWR boys. I'll quickly try and run through the final standings before it cuts me off. OWR Ronnie first, Griffsy second, Halvor third, Shaggy fourth, Mobs fifth, Energon sixth, Preb, Doran, Matty and Night Creed round up the top 10 with Hutton Roddy, G-Man, Salguero, Bossy Gaming, Brass Monkeys, Redoubt, Smooth Operator, Alex Hogg, Wakey Joe in 19th place. That is your final race for Division 3 SFR Season 18. We will be back on the week commencing the 12th of January for our new season. If you want to sign up, please head to our Discord. There will be a link on the stream. Get yourself signed up, get yourselves involved for the next season. It doesn't matter about your experience, your ability. Get yourselves involved. Great bunch of people. You'll have a great laugh, and you'll get to watch yourself back on YouTube. So from me, SFR Keiths, good night, Hicks. It's been a pleasure as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for having, for putting up with me, should I say, over the last 5 or 6 races that we have been commentating on, and I'm sure we will catch each other in the new season.
Will do. Thank you.